Hey guys, so it's Team Zombie King back at it again. How you guys doing today? So check this out. It's Ace talking to you guys, and we're back at it again with some Lawbreakers, guys. And guys, this is patch 1.1. And guys, the first thing I'd like to say is if you're here to criticize the game to tell me you don't like it for some apparent reason, I'm I respect your opinion. I just want to let you know that this game is absolutely amazing. And we can always compare it to Paladins. We can always compare it to Overwatch. We can compare it to billions of characters in other games. We can also compare those games to other games. This game is different, guys. This game is different to look at. This game is fast paced. It deals with gravity constantly. It's everything is just so fast paced. If you don't have fast hands, you can't play this game exactly. Like you have to be on your toes. This can't be a game like there are certain games where you can play with certain characters and you can be slow because there's those heavy characters and there's characters that can't be fast. But every character in this game becomes fast once you enter a zero gravity zone. So it's kind of like you gotta focus on those things. But let's get right to the patch. There'll be other videos that I'll be doing after this. So hopefully if you guys like this one, you guys will watch my other ones. So guys, let's keep going. Let's talk about the few changes that have been going on in this patch 1.1 for Lawbreakers. All right, guys. So let's get this going. So the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is the role changes for the Gunslinger, Harrier, and Wraith, guys. So that's the first thing. We're going to talk about class changes there. Then we're going to talk about big stash drop update, guys. And then now we're going to talk about some bug fixes at the end. All right, guys. Let's get going on this, guys. So the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is Abaddon and Foss. Guys, these characters are amazing. The Gunslinger class role is amazing. It's the class I play the most. But my favorite class is the Vanguard. I love her whole look. I think she's pretty darn dope. So, but I kind of want to talk to you guys about the warp ability for this character. I think it's so cool. I think the concept of the Gunslinger, the way they made Abaddon and Foss, like the headgear, the eyewear, like everything about this character screams like amazing. Like I love this character. And the one thing that I love that they did about the game in general is that the stuff that the characters say after they die or after they live or after they get like a kill or revenge or something, it's like borderline like disrespectful. Like when this game gets more out there and the tournaments come out and it joins like the like esports and things like that, like I'm not gonna lie. Like it's gonna be really bad when like you win a game and you're the last one standing or you kind of do something, then in the end it's kind of like your date with destiny has like the stuff that like the Gunslinger says is amazing and the stuff that the Vanguard says and a Harrier are just mean. All right, guys. So the first thing I want to talk to you about the Gunslinger is this. So the horizontal warp impulse ability. Oh my god. So horizontally, they changed the Gunslingers. They gave it a plus. So this is the one big plus that they did. They did two pluses and one downfall. So but it evens out. For me it evens out. So now basically you go a bigger distance when you warp. Because it's kinda like when you're warping, it's kinda like taking 2-3 steps before. Now it's kind of like taking over that amount. Now you can get further with warp, which means that you're going to have to gain a little bit of better control. And you can't just go all out. And you got to pay attention. Guys, a lot of this game is you knowing your entire surroundings. And one of the big things that does this, if you play the Gunslinger, you have to know your maps. You have to know what's behind you. You got to know where all the health packs are. I'm going to be doing a video on the Gunslinger in general and things that I believe you got to be good at to play with him later on. So yeah, they changed the horizontal warp. The next thing that they changed was the new mechanic, or well, they added was the new mechanic. So landing a fully charged Omega headshot now replenishes a warp ability charge. So there now it does even out. This is why I'm saying it evens out because they did something after this. So they lowered the damage for Omega and they lowered the damage with the tack knife. All right, guys. So now let's say a lot of people don't always get headshots. Some people are really good at it, but when you're playing with this character, it's kind of like you get that headshot. Oh man, especially if you're in deep trouble and you kill one guy with a headshot, and you only have one warp, well, now you got two, and now you go further. But the difference is that they lowered the damage for Omega. And also, guys, I don't know if you guys, for the people that don't use the Gunslinger that much, the attack knife already is OP. Like, I'm talking about if an enemy is coming for you and you don't know from where, and you throw the tack knife on the ground, you run into a corner and you look around and you can't see it, the tack knife will most likely outline that character for you. I mean, you can do it from long range and then just go behind your tack knife and just kind of wait for it to outline the enemies. But not only that, the tack knife also does damage, and it did a good amount of damage, especially for characters that don't have that much health when you're fighting with them. So there is definitely that. So yeah, so they up the warp horizontally, and then also the headshot now gives you an Omega headshot, guys. Remember that it's not Alpha, it's Omega. So a regular headshot doesn't get you anything, but the Omega does. And then now the Omega replenishes one full warp. So, and that's going to be pretty darn dope. So there's that. And then also, and so yeah, the downfall is they changed the damage, but it's actually not that bad when you kind of, the main thing about the Gunslinger is obviously his dual pistols, but it's also the warp. You know, his movement ability is amazing. So that's what they did for the Gunslinger. All right, guys, let's keep it going to the next one. Oh my God, the Harrier. Guys, I was beyond excited when I heard that there was a new character coming out for the actual game. And I think they did a very good job in actually keeping at least one character until the game comes out, because they already have a lot of characters for a game to come out with, especially in the beta, and then for them to come out with another one, and it's not even this new one. Oh my God, guys, if you guys haven't used the Harrier, you guys should use her. Her ultimate ability is amazing. You can take out a whole crowd in like 4 seconds, like 3-4 seconds. That whole crowd is gone. Her ult does major damage, which is why they changed it. And I'm gonna kind of show you guys here. Yeah, so let's talk about this. So they decreased her convergence ability, which is her ult. They decreased it from 500 to 400. So they changed the DPS and they decreased it, but it's for good reason, guys. She already does a whole bunch of damage. She does way good of damage, and not only that, she pops a freaking health pack down on the ground. Like, she's a great team player. It's like they made her like a mini healer. And a lot of people don't know this, but at times if you blow up her actual health pack after she's dead, I think, don't quote me on this, but if you blow it up, you also get a health pack right after that if you choose to blow it up. And the enemy can also kill it too. It's also like easily, you could definitely easily destroy the health pack, but I believe it does give you one. But come on, she's like a healer with a freaking laser. Like, it's amazing. But that's the big change they made about her. So all right, guys, so let's move to the next one, the Wraith. Guys, Wraith has to be in the top 3 characters, most used characters in the game. Wraith is definitely up there. Everybody loves the Wraith, and there are 2 big reasons why. I mean, obviously the little knife or grenade or mine that he shoots, it popping, that mine is already OP for me, for the simple fact that if you throw that in a crowd of people and then you run in and they're blocking like a point in blitzball, oh my God, they have no idea unless they have a very keen eye and they notice things. But if they're fighting a whole bunch of enemies and you throw that mine down and they kill you, oh my God, you're definitely getting a grave kill. That thing does damage. I've gotten destroyed by a few of them and it freaking sucks. It's like I wanted to quit. I wanted to rage quit. It was so bad. But the other thing is that his rapid fire submachine gun or his weapon does so much damage already up close that if he's not finishing you off with that, he's finishing you off with a stab. So the 2 changes that they did was this. Here's the first change. So they gave him a down, but they also gave him an up. So the down is, in general, from now on, the damage that he does from his wasp stab is down to 75. But on the upside, you get this. If you do it in the right place, it'll go all the way back up to 125. Not the base damage, but it'll be like a critical hit. You can get a critical hit off this if you aim for the right spot, whether it's like the head and other places like that, like places where it can be very damaging, obviously, to your opponent. And I know people are like, well, it's going to be extremely difficult to get, to get that 125 damage. Yeah, it is 50 less, but come on, guys, like his gun, they're not gonna have that much damage if you're up close and you're already doing so much damage. And if you pop that mine down right in the middle of the fight, right as soon as you started it, oh, it's like GG. There's like GG no read. You there's nothing you can do right after that. So that's the big changes they made to the 3 classes, guys. And here I want to talk about one of my favorite things, because this was so annoying. They made stash drops. The stash drops are like good. I haven't had any stash drops where I'm like, oh my god, like I didn't get this. Like, no, like I already have like boss camos already, and I at least, they give you at least 1 to 2 things good every like time that you open a stash drop. Like, you get very good stuff from it. If you guys want to see some of it, it's on like my Reddit and also my Twitter to see some of the great stash drops I got. I kind of show them off to brag because they're so amazing. But now the thing that people are getting upset by is, hey, I just got done a match, I just leveled up. Why do I have to leave the lobby to open a stash drop? Well, now they changed it, guys. Now you can actually open a stash drop while you're in a lobby waiting for a match, guys. So that's a very cool thing. A lot of people were complaining about it, and they did that. All right, guys, so last but not least, let's talk about the bug fixes, guys. So there's 4 bug fixes that I really want to, I'm showing off the really important things that I want people to worry about. So first things first, they fixed the bug where the Gunslinger would sometimes get stuck in a state where they could not shoot. Guys, this has happened to me so much when playing as Gunslinger. There are times for like a good 1 second, my Gunslinger wouldn't do anything, especially when I'm in a fight and I just finished reloading or I'm running away. I just get stuck. I wouldn't do anything. Well, now they changed that where that wouldn't happen now, and I thank them so much. So I'm like beyond happy that they changed that. So now they also fixed the issue with the Harrier shock rock, which is, I believe, her L2 ability, may not have applied damage in certain situations. So in certain cases, it didn't have the extra damage that it was supposed to do. Well, now it actually has it in those certain situations, and which is very, very, very good. All right, guys. So this one, I am happy about it, because when CRISPR goes into berserk mode, it's kind of like, oh my god, like it deals crazy extra damage. Like, when berserk mode happens, there's like no getting out of it. Berserk mode is like, Jesus. I mean, I get it, it's an alt, but like now they changed it where it doesn't deal that extra damage. You might have to try a little harder now when you go into berserk mode, but don't worry, you still do crazy damage. So, and then last but not least, this, a lot of people don't fully understand this. So there were a lot of times where you used to maybe kick, where you used to maybe throw a grenade or something, and the Wraith would be doing his wall stab or his slide, and nothing would affect it. Like nothing. Like, you can kick, but he's still gonna go in for the stab. Well, now those certain small things that you do may avoid you from getting stabbed at least that one time, and you may have a time to kill the Wraith. So yeah, the Wraith did go through changes with its knife, but nothing with its gun, but obviously with its stab. But I think, honestly, for good reason, for the simple fact that he's already a pretty dope OP. I'm not gonna say he's OP, but he's a really dope character. But the knife, man, there are some people that are really good with the knife. So, all right, guys, that's the end of this patch review, guys. Please, 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 please press the subscribe button. If you don't want to press the subscribe button, just watch the next video. But it'd be much appreciated if you could press that subscribe button. And also, guys, let me know how you guys feel about the patch. Tell me things that you guys want to get changed in the actual game, and let me know how you guys feel about it, because honestly, this game is pretty amazing, but they made a few changes. Even I'm a little bit iffy about 1 or 2 changes, but it is the first patch review, and I really, really, really like this game. So let me know how you guys feel about it, and please share this video, guys. Alright, guys, so my name is Ace. My partner is also Double R, and my partner is also ZK, and this is Team Zombie King, and we're out. See you guys on the next video.